We're here to talk about red tagging a vehicle to make sure some of you who haven't been trained yet have a guide for that. So as you know, vehicles can only be parked on the street for 72 hours at a time, and then they're subject to tow. The reason it's important to red tag a vehicle properly is because when we start the 72-hour clock as required by municipal code, we want to give the parking unit ample time to respond to the request. The preferred method when you're filling out a red tag is to red tag it and then get it to the parking unit, and so they can follow up with it within 72. The one important part of that I think we miss sometimes is to make sure that when we're red tagging the vehicle is to make sure that it's marked. So Jamie from the parking unit is going to show us exactly how to mark a vehicle properly. So Jamie's marking the vehicle. She's marking the tires down to the pavement at 6 o'clock on the tire and extending on the pavement, and she's actually going to do both tires. And it's preferred for parking that you do it on the street side. That's for ease so that they can be seen properly. And the idea behind this is if the vehicle does in fact move, they're not likely to repark it on the marks. So that's a very easy way to tell whether the vehicle has been moved or not. The requirement with the red tag process in the 72 hours is that it has to move off the block. The mark is the only way that parking can get the clock started and the process started in order to be able to tow a vehicle. If they're not marked, the parking will follow up on them, but then they start the clock once they mark them, because then they know definitively that the vehicle has been there for the amount of time and they don't have to guess. If they're in the south or central area, make sure that the tags get to Miguel or to the parking desk down at the south precinct. And if everything north of 41st, make sure that you get them to the parking unit box in the basement at the north precinct.